OCC Connor Whitmer. The ball is being tossed in the air, and we're ready to go for Blue Knights basketball. Tip control by Kaskaskia. It's handed back into the hands of Daquan Boyd, the sophomore, with the basketball. Goes left side. Looks down low on the block. They get it to the big fella. Turn around. Right-handed hook. No good. Rebound tipped around, and it comes down to OCC. In transition, it was Bruff that brought the rebound down. It swung around Jackson to Brown. Make that Davis. Now to Brown. Up top into the hands of Whitmer. Whitmer looks left. Finds Bruff. Bruff tosses off the left side, left wing to Jackson. Top of the key. That's to Brown. Brown swings to the right side in the hands of Stephen Davis. Davis calls out the set with 10 to play on the shot clock. Uses the Jackson screen. Goes to Bruff with 8 to shoot. Bruff around the Whitmer screen. Breaks free. Steps back with 3 seconds to shoot. 2 to shoot, and we have a traveling violation called against Bruff. He was unable to get that thing to go even after the travel before the shot clock. First turnover for OCC. Just under a minute away from the first one of this ball game. The right side pass that goes in the hands of Cooper. Cooper around the screen. Pull-up jumper. It is no good. Rebound tapped around, and it comes down to Davis for OCC. The Blue Knights going right to left across the timeline. Davis calls out the set. Kicks off right wing to Brown. Brown looks for Bruff, cutting low, nothing there. Basket cut, clears the way for Bruff on the perimeter, now to Whitmer. Whitmer picks the dribble up into the left corner. Jackson fires a three, no good. Rebound, it comes down to Cooper for Kaskaskia. It's now Rice, backs up left corner, throws to the big fella. Sella, shot, no. He gets his own miss, stick back, no. Rebound, still loose. It was Rice up and no good. Rebound that time comes out to Tyler Bruff for OCC. The Blue Knights running. Jackson on the left corner kicks back to Davis. Davis puts the ball under his arm and catches a breath. Brown gets the pass from Davis, swings to Bruff on the right wing, and we got a player control foul going against Whitmer. The double threes, illegal screen, and a turnover for OCC. The Blue Knights have 2 turnovers so far early in this ball game. 18 minutes, 8 seconds to play. As bringing it across the timeline, left to right, right across the Knight logo in the middle of the floor is Daquan Boyd. Boyd hands it off. Now gets the pass back from Whitaker. Boyd top of the key with 20 to shoot. Goes back to Whitaker on the right elbow. Whitaker shuffles the feet, able to control it. Gets into the hands of Rice. Rice 40 shot up and in. Dontel Rice gets the first bucket to go. 17:40 to play. It's 2-0 Kaskaskia. Davis to the right wing. Spins around. Finds Bruff. Shaded on the wing. Now left wing. It goes to Brown. Catch it. Shoot three. It's in and out. No good. Rebound comes down to the big fella. Andrew Zella. Quickly the other way to Rice. Rice walks. Turnover. Kaskaskia. They're first of the ball game. As Rice got a little eager, shuffled the feet on the catch. Turnover. And here comes OCC. Still looking for their first points. We're almost 3 minutes into the ball game. Davis around a Jackson screen. Now to Bruff. Bruff uses a Whitaker screen. Goes from left to right around the perimeter to Davis. Davis goes the right corner to Whitaker. Wants a three. No. Tip in is no good. Rebound comes down to Kaskaskia's Whitaker. Driving left side. Shot is deflected around. Zelos comes away with it, missing. Shot back up, in, and a foul. It's Cooper for Kaskaskia. They take a 4-0 lead, a chance to make it 5, as Tyler Bruff picks up his first team second personal tonight. Again, first personal on Bruff, second team foul. Free throw by Cooper. It's all net, and it's 5-0 Kaskaskia, 16:52 to play in the first half. Davis right to left across the timeline. Goes to Whitaker. Whitaker, right wing, looks for the cutting Jackson. He's covered up by Cooper. Nice back cut. And Daquan Boyd just two-handed shove into Jackson. He'll pick up the first foul for Kaskaskia. The Blue Knights will inlet right to their goal. Look down like Jackson set to trigger. Throws out near half line to Bruff. Got away with a little bit of an extra step there. They put the ball on the floor. Davis, rather, goes to Jackson. Jackson looks up to Bruff and says, skips to Davis. Catch it, shoot three. It's up, and it's in. Steven Davis gets the first point. 16:20 to play first half, and it's 5-3 Kaskaskia after the big bucket by Steven Davis. Left side goes to Dontel Rice for Kaskaskia. They throw the big fella Zealous. Zealous goes, turnaround, fader, short, rebound. It caroms around and goes to the big guy for OCC, Whitaker. Whitaker kicks the pass off to Davis. OCC wants to run some in-between transition. Davis uses a screen from Whitaker. Kicks it back to him. Takes the extra pass. Whitaker's shot is blocked, and it's brought down by Zealous. Open floor. Down low, Cooper. Shot up, in, count it, and a foul. As Kaskaskia draws the foul on Steven Davis. It's 7-3 after the bucket, and OCC wants to go to the bench. Davis out. Dimitri Reeves in. Reeves wears number 2, a 6'3 sophomore. He's out of Mullins, South Carolina. The free throw for Cooper. Up. No good. Rebound long. It goes to Whitmer. Whitmer's second board of the night. Here comes Reeves. Quickly right to left. To Brown. Brown got away with maybe an extra step. Shot is up. No good. Rebound will come down to OCC as it caroms away. Dead ball rebound to OCC. They'll trigger the inlet from right of the goal. Bruff skips it up top. It's taken away by Cooper. Open floor. Cooper is fouled. That will be on Dominic Jackson. Jackson's first, team's fourth. Here comes more substitutes for OCC. William Scott, the 6', 5" freshman, will check in for Tyler Bruff. Left inlet to Cooper. Comes down. Shot is up and in. Charles Cooper, the bucket. Nice inlet pass from Whitaker. Driving right side. The dunk attempt is no good by Brown. And the rebound caroms around to Rice. Up ahead to Cooper. Cooper kicks back Rice. Up top it goes into the hands of Daquan Boyd. Daquan Boyd with the basketball. Left-hand dribble, kicks left elbow to Whitaker. Hands off, makes that Whitmer. Whitaker. Down low shot by Whitaker. Turnaround, no good. Rebound, it comes down to OCC. William Scott with it. Now to Reeves. Reeves quickly right to left. Dribbling around, pull-up jump shot. Dimitri Reeves, no good. Rebound. Long rebound with point guard Daquan Boyd. Boyd across the timeline. Top of the key. He'll pull the ball back out and reset. Calls out where he wants guys to go. The big guy Zealous, high post on the free throw line. Nice pass down low to Cooper, and it's a turnover. Dominic Jackson got a hand on it. Cooper couldn't handle it off the deflection, and a turnover for Kaskaskia. Here comes OCC. Reeves right to left. Walks it across the timeline. Uses a high picket pop with Scott. Reeves inside. Shot up, no, but a foul goes against the big fella, Andrew Zealous. His first, team's second. And that will put Dimitri Reeves the line, shooting 2. Reeves, the sophomore, he stands at 6'3" tall, a right-hander's first free throw. It's up on the way and in. Checking in for Kaskaskia. They will get into the ball game. Ronnie Beeman. Sitting down will be Dontel Rice. Jackson. His second free throw to try to cut into this lead. It's up, it's in. Dominic Jackson has his first, was Dimitri Reeves on the free throw. He's got 2. And it's 9-5 Kaskaskia, 14 minutes to play in the half. Pass attempt deflected out of bounds by OCC. Again, Reeves hit the 2 free throws, not Jackson. And it's 9-5. 2 for Reeves, 3 points to set on the bench. Steven Davis had a 3-ball earlier in the half. And only 2 buckets for OCC so far after 1 bucket and 2 free ones. Up top to Boyd with 15 to shoot. Boyd goes left elbow to Whitaker. Whitaker hands off to the recently checked in Beeman. Back to Whitaker with 5. They look down low. Ellis didn't get it. Boyd fires a deep one. It's up. No good. Missed everything. Dead ball rebound will come down to OCC on the shot clock violation. Dimitri Reeves will have the basketball. Looks to the sideline, gets the set. Just barely got it across before the 10-second violation. Left wing, it's to Brown. Up top, handling it Scott. Now Jackson, deep 3, in and out, and back out. It goes into the hands of Ellis, the big fella. Hits the 4th rebound of the ball game. Beeman hands back to Boyd. Boyd with the basketball. Goes right side to Beeman. Looks for the cutting Cooper. Nothing there up top. Zella swinging left side. Whitaker shot fake driving inside. Whitaker lost it, and it's going to be off of OCC. Dimitri Reeves was pleading for it, but he knew it was off his leg and out of bounds. Good active hand by the OCC defense, stripping the ball away from Whitaker. The inlet goes up top to Cooper. Left side, Boyd. Boyd goes right side, Beeman. Beeman spins around, finds Zellis, who lost it out of bounds. Oh, my. That was saying off of OCC. It looked like off of Zellis. Must have been a deflection off of a finger from the Blue Knights. The inlet. They look to throw it up to the big fella. Zellis comes down, shot up, no good, missed everything, rebounded Jackson. Or should be Reeves for OCC. He has the basketball, lost it, controls it, kicks back to Scott, now to Brown. Brown swings left side to Jackson. Jackson drives left side, drops it down to Whitaker. Shot up, no, rebound. We'll go to OCC. Oh, my. Thought it was off of Cooper, but official with a better look says off of OCC. Checking out is Zellis. Checking into the ball game is McCraw. Checking out Dominic Jackson for OCC. Checking in Joe Burt. The dribble for Boyd. Goes up top to Cooper. Shot fake. Can't get by Whitaker. Whitmer. Ball swung around to Beeman, left wing. Beeman looks up top, gets into the recently checked-in McCraw. That's Chris McCraw. He is a freshman. Boyd reset to Cooper. Can't throw it down low up top to Beeman with 10 to shoot. Steps back, goes back to Cooper, and a hold down low. That's going to go against OCC's William Scott. Set to inlet. Underneath their own goal is Kaskaskia. Kaskaskia gets into the big fella. Recently checked in. McCraw uses his dribble up, tosses one out to Boyd. Boyd will go left side to Beeman on the wing. Drives inside, gets into the paint. Shot up, scoop shot, no. Rebound. It comes down to Burt, and a very physical rebound for Joe Burt. OCC has it. Burt sets a little screen, steps back, nothing there, goes to Brown. Brown turns the corner, gets into the paint, way in, no. Rebound comes down to Kaskaskia. Dontrell Whitaker with the rebound. They go down low to Chris McCraw, spinning, turnaround, almost walked. What a pass, but unable to handle it as it's a steal for Dimitri Reeves. Open floor, Reeves to Scott. 3 ball, too strong. Rebound comes down to Boyd. For Kaskaskia. The Blue Devils out rebounding OCC 14-10. Left side pass, McCraw. Looks for Whitaker. Finally gets it. Forces the big guy Whitaker out beyond the three-point line. Now to Boyd. Boyd will fire the three. No good. Rebound comes down to Joe Burt. Burt as the basketball kicks off to Dimitri Reeves. Reeves for the Blue Knights will use the screen from Whitmer. Gets into the paint. Floating jumper. Good. Dimitri Reeves has 4. The Blue Knights cut it to 2. It's 9-7 after the floating shot with 10.5 to play. And we have a timeout called by Kaskaskia. We'll take a so one timeout. Your RMH scoreboard showing a 9-7 Kaskaskia lead over the Blue Knights. Boyd with the basketball. He uses a screen from a recently checked in Blue Devil. Goes left side to Cooper. Down low to McCraw. McCraw almost had it taken away, but unable to hold on to it is the Blue Knights defender who's able to tap that basketball away. Vincent Jackson checked in for Dontrell Whitaker for Kaskaskia. We also had one OCC substitute. We'll check that one here in a second as well. As Whitmer sets down. Cooper's jumper is up. It's no good. Rebound long. Goes right back to Cooper. He will go up. He'll shoot to 2 foul shots as he charged over Dimitri Reeves. Reeves thought he had position. The official saw otherwise. Checking in for Whitmer is the number 24. Yes, number 24, Mark Phillips. The first shot for Cooper. The right-hander gets it to roll around the rim and in. He's got 8 points. He's single-handedly outscoring OCC. 8 of the 10 from Cooper. On the bench, they have Zealous, Bryce, who had 2. The second one by Cooper is in. He's got 9. It's 11-7. Kaskaskia on top. 10 minutes to play first half. Reeves right to left across the timeline. Hesitation dribble, draws the foul on Beeman. Ronnie Beeman picks up the foul. William Scott sits down. Tyler Bruff will come into the ball game. Boyd sits down for Kaskaskia. Into the ball game, they have Michael Briscoe. The inlet from the far sideline. Will go into Reeves out near the half line. Gets a running start. Tries to get by Beeman. Bulldozing his way in. Shot is good for Dimitri Reeves. He's got a team high 6. OCC's cut the lead. It's 11-9. With the dribble, it's Briscoe. Briscoe to Beeman. Beeman goes away from the screen. Sidestep jumper, no. Rebound comes down to OCC. It was ripped away by Phillips. Phillips will keep it, brings it across the timeline right to left. Hand back Reeves. Reeves with a running start, gets into the lane. Shot is up. It's good. But it was before the shot. The whistles were blowing as the foul goes against Charles Cooper. Checking into the ball game, OCC will get back in Stephen Davis as Dimitri Reeves will sit. And OCC is going to have to try to find some offense. Reeves has 8 of the 11. The other 3 are from Stephen Davis. The inlet from that far sideline. It comes into Bruff. As the pass will be tipped away, taken away. Beeman with the steal of Bruff. Open floor. Hand back. Shot is no good. Rebound is brought down by Jackson, who missed the shot. He goes back up, draws the foul. And Tyler Bruff picks up his second. Vincent Jackson will get 2 free throws. First one's up and good. 2 Blue Knight subs as Phillips sits down. And Burt sits down. William Scott back in the ball game as well as Connor Whitmer. Whitmer, free throw, second one, no good. Rebound comes down to Burt. Yep, that is to Burt. In the open floor, it's Jackson. Jackson will lose the dribble. It's still loose, and it's going to go to Kaskaskia as stealing the ball away was Vincent Jackson away from Davis, and they get a timeout.
This means you'll fully understand the repairs to protect your investment. They know you'll be pleased with the repairs once they've been made. When it comes to auto body repairs and refinishing, there's no substitute for quality and experience. Lazy 8 Body Shop, Highway 50 at the Richland-Lawrence County line.
And we welcome you back out of the timeout. Kaskaskia with the basketball. They shifted it to a 30-second timeout, apparently. And they have the basketball. Kaskaskia Looks down low, nothing there. Up top, it's driving in. Shot up, no good by Briscoe. Rebound comes down into the hands of Jackson for OCC. Stephen Davis looks for some help. Can't get it to Joe Burt. Davis will dribble to the right corner. Looks for help from Whitmer. Gets it to him. Whitmer travels. They say Whitmer walked with it. It looked like it could have been a loose basketball. Either way, it's a turnover OCC. There's 6 of the ball game. And here comes Kaskaskia back left to right across the timeline with a 3-point lead. McCraw palms it with one hand, tosses underhand to the point guard Briscoe. Back to Beeman. Beeman into the lane. Sidestep shot. No. Rebound loose to Kaskaskia. Kaskaskia will inlet. They get the ball in. It goes to the hands of Briscoe. To Cooper. Back to Briscoe. Left block. They get to McCraw. A couple dribbles working against Burt. Up and under move. Shot on the glass. No. Rebound is going to come back down to Chris McCraw, and he's fouled as the ball is stripped loose. Foul will go to William Scott. That's his second, team's 8th. And free throws, the last 7 minutes and 23 seconds coming for OCC. Excuse me, for Kaskaskia, as OCC has put the Blue Devils into the bonus. Checking into the ball game for the Blue Knights, they get back in Alex Brown, as Will Scott will sit. Charles Cooper will sit for Kaskaskia. Daquan Boyd will check in for a road team. Looking to add to a 12-9 game at the line. It's McCraw for the 1 bonus. First one up. It is no good. He will not earn the second, but the offensive rebound, Beeman, is back up and in. Ronnie Beeman gets his first bucket of the game. It's 14-9. 7 minutes, 14 seconds to play first half. Brown right wing. Looks up top, gets it to Davis. Shot fake. One dribble, pull up right elbow. It's all net from Stephen Davis. He's got 5, and OCC now down 3. It's 14-11. Just under 7 to play. Boyd walks across the timeline. OCC will get a sub. Next dead ball. Boyd uses a screen. A good screen from the big fella. Vincent Jackson got away with an extra step. Beeman steps back, crossing between the legs, and Boyd's calling out where he wants Beeman to take the basketball. Goes to Briscoe on the block. Left block, McCraw. That's going to be a travel. Chris McCraw shuffled the pivot foot. Here comes the line change both ways. Davis out. And Burt out. Travius Bierby into the ball game. And also checking in is number 2, Dimitri Reeves. A couple of subs coming away as well for Kaskaskia. We know Andrew Zellis is one of them. We'll check the other in just a moment. Reeves finds Brown. It's the starting lineup almost for OCC minus Davis. Whitmer goes to Reeves on the block. Kind of a mid-post. Pull up. Jumper. Reeves. Good. Dimitri Reeves, a team high 8, and it's a 1-point ball game. 14-13, 6 minutes to play. Boyd goes to the right wing, looks under the block to a recently checked in Kaskaskia Blue Devil, and a dunk by Andrew Zellis off of a loose ball. As Briscoe is out there with Boyd, Beeman, Zellis, the recently checked in Justin King is the 5th guy for Kaskaskia. 3-pointer up, no good by Jackson. Rebound comes down to Beeman. Beeman tries to go coast to coast, and that's going to be a offensive player control foul going against Beeman. It was drawn by Dominic Jackson. Beeman with the offensive foul. Jackson drew it. He will take a seat. And checking back into the ball game will be Charles Cooper. It's a turnover going back the other way. Dimitri Reeves threw the pass away into the first row. OCC thought it was deflected. Official had a better view, said it was turnover, Blue Knights. Briscoe across the timeline, uses a screen, hands to Boyd, who uses a screen from King. They look down low to Zealous. They got to throw it to him. They do, the big fella. One dribble, all he walks. Andrew Zealous took a nice pound dribble, lost the handle. He was trying to recover it, shuffled the feet at the lock. That's only the 6th turnover for Kaskaskia. 7 turnovers for OCC. Dimitri Reeves across the timeline, crosses behind the back, spin move, jumper up, and in. Dimitri Reeves is feeling it. The first half, he's got a game-high 10. And OCC cuts the lead back to 1. It's 16-15 with 4:45 to play. Around the screen is Boyd. Boyd steps back, looks low, gets to Cooper, who mishandles it, and he will dribble. Step back, jumper in front of the three-point line, no good. Rebound comes down to OCC. It was ripped out of the sky by Dominic Jackson. He's got 3 boards on the night. Reeves into the paint, kick back. It's swung around Whitmer. Off the bounce, kicks it to Reeves. Corner 3, no good. Rebound, carries around. It comes down to King. King ahead of the pack to Cooper, and a one-handed slam for Kaskaskia on the break. It's 18-15, 4:10 to play. Reeves calls out the set. He's out there with Whitmer, Yerby, Reeves, and Brown. Check that, Jackson and Brown. Shot is actually kicked out by Brown to Reeves. Step back, no. Rebound comes down to Whitmer. Whitmer finds Brown. The lefty dunks is down for OCC. Nice find by Connor Whitmer. But quickly left to right comes Kaskaskia. Briscoe to King. Back to Briscoe on the handback. Briscoe with a dribble, hands back to Boyd, left wing. Boyd looks up with 20 to shoot, hands it to Cooper. Little dribble drive, weaving action out front by Kaskaskia. OCC's been man-to-man with some switching all night long. Defensively, jumper, Briscoe, net from three-point land. Michael Briscoe hits the 3, and just like that, it's a 4-point lead for Kaskaskia, 21-17, 3:10 to play. Reeves around a screen from Yerby. Tries to go right side, and before he can pull his hands away, Justin King's going to get a hand-checking foul for Kaskaskia. That's the team 6. Chris McCraw will come back into the game for Andrew Zealous. Dominic Jackson will check out for OCC, and is Joe Burt. And he will inlet far sideline. Then it goes into Brown. Back into the hands of Reeves. Dimitri Reeves with 10 points, a rebound, and a steal in this first half. And Alex Brown loses it, controls it, finds Whitmer. Whitmer, back Brown. Brown to Whitmer on the right block. Righty hook is no good. Rebound will carry him around into the hands of Kaskaskia after the missed tip-in by Yerby. It went into the hands of Briscoe. Briscoe has it. Right wing after the ball was moved around the perimeter. Cooper over to Boyd. Boyd back up top, Cooper. Cooper goes left side to King. Lefty wants a 3. Give it to him. Justin King hits the 3, and it's a 24-7. Out of the OCC timeout, the first one they've called of the game. Both 5 will stay on the floor with 2:10 to play. It's Alex Brown. Brown uses the dribble up. Back to Yerby. Gets to the right wing. Hands back on a dribble drive. Weaving offense by OCC. Reeves tries to get around King. Shot up on the glass. No. Tips around and it comes down. It'll be OCC basketball until they throw it away. Reeves missed shot. King got the rebound. And a turnover for Kaskaskia. They're 7th at the game, and we're even up on turnovers, 7 aside. Across the timeline is Joe Burt. Now dribble left hand, kicks back into the hands of Yerby. Yerby to Reeves. A couple of jab steps. Looks for help. Looks to do something with it. Reeves drives right side, pulls up, forces it in, and a foul somehow. Got the shot to go off the glass and in. Dimitri Reeves at game-high 12 looks to add to it and cut into the 24-19 Kaskaskia lead. The foul went against Michael Briscoe. That was his first, team's seventh. So both teams will shoot free throws the last minute and a half of this first half. The Reeves free throw up and in. On that, he makes. He's got 13. OCC trails 24-20 with exactly 1 minute and 30 seconds to play. Across the timeline is Daquan Boyd. Going to Briscoe, back to Boyd. Boyd swings it right side to Briscoe. Briscoe will be bumped. He'll shoot free throws. He made the shot well after the bump. Travius Yearby picks up his first, team ninth. It'll be the last little one bonus for Kaskaskia. Any OCC foul after this will be a double bonus, 2-shot foul. Michael Briscoe's got 3 points in the game, looks to add to it. His first free throw will miss it. And the rebound comes down to Chris McCraw, and Whitmer is called for a foul. His second, even though McCraw went over the top of Whitmer to get the basketball. They said Whitmer had to hold. It's a 2-shot foul. McCraw's free throw up, no good. As again, it's in the double bonus now. Whitmer sits into the ball game. Mark Phillips. Second free throw, McCraw. It's banked in. And here comes OCC trying to cut into a 25-20 game. It's 1:10 to play. Reeves, hesitation. He's fouled on the open floor. Right around the elbow as a hesitation. Step back crossover. Freed him away from the defense, and all Michael Briscoe had to do was grab a hold of him to keep Dimitri Reeves from driving right by. Reeves, a right-hander. He's a sophomore from South Carolina. Will have one if he hits the bonus. He will earn the second as the first one rattles around the whole part of the rim and falls down through the net for the free throw. Reeves has now 14 in the game. Looks for 15. The second one. That one falls home as well. 25-22. It's a one-possession game. 1:05 to play. Across the timeline, Daquan Boyd. Boyd to the right wing, down low pass. It goes to Briscoe. Shot is up, no good. Rebound comes down to OCC, who throws it right back away. And it's still loose. Briscoe stole it away from Yearby, and then a turnover by Kaskaskia, a steal for OCC. Reeves with 34 in the game, 20 on the play clock, the shot clock rather, calls the set out. They're going to run pick and roll. The big fella Phillips rolls to the rim. Reeves drives right side, pull-up jumper. It's good. Dimitri Reeves with 17. 15 to play in the half. It's a one-point game. Boyd across the timeline left to right. He will run on a 1-4 high set. Boyd crosses over, kicks it back. King, 3. It's no good. Rebound to Burt at the buzzer. And after